you start out in year 2072 in a world called Terrapolis, which is a postmodern city, where an oppressive government called D-Force are controlling what people have access to when it comes to information, and they control everything what people should think and believe. So it's a futuristic world where you start out. From there, you travel back in a time machine because you are part of a resistant movement that is trying to bring back the history and bring back people's freedom to think and believe whatever they want. So the player character, Max, he's a part of this organization. So through his time machine, they are traveling back to, among others, first century Israel, where he eventually meets with the disciples and later on with Jesus. And he can then hear the gospel and Jesus' message and the gospel stories firsthand directly from Jesus. So we're actually traveling back to zero, back to the basics, back to the origin of the Christianity.
Well, I'm so excited you've created this video game. And, you know, there's so many great technical aspects to the game, and we'll get into that a bit later. But why was it so important to you to create a video game that would bring young people into the life and experiences of Jesus?
Yeah, so first of all, there's about 3 billion people playing video games worldwide these days. So it's the biggest medium this date. It's the game industry is bigger than video and music combined. So we think it is just about time to create a high quality video game based on the Bible. When that's said, we clearly believe that Gate Zero might be the only Bible that some people read. Younger people find it hard to engage with the Gospels and also understand. They have huge struggles with attention span. So sitting in the church or in a youth group might not be the solution for everyone. So we strongly believe that the strongest medium out there should convey the strongest and the best history ever told. So that's basically why we want to create a Bible video game and a video game based on the Bible.
Yes. And, you know, I've read that you're not trying to replace the Bible, but you're trying to create a curiosity for young people about what the Bible stories hold. And I know that biblical and historical accuracy are important for your team. And so I love that. That's so powerful. Well, recently you had 5,000 young people get to test the game. These young people were between the ages of 13 and 25. Tell us about what happened in this whole experience.
Yeah, so I have been working in an organization called BCC Media for about 12 years. And we were used to create like media content and stage shows for youth camps every year. So we prepared these events for these, for example, Easter camp. Then we started to think, we have the resources, we have the 3D model, what can we do with it? And then the idea of creating a Bible video came. So we used then about 2 years to do concept development and also prototyping and so on. And when the next event was going to be held for this youth group in 2022, we had our prototype ready, our beta, which we then tested towards this youth group. So that was a huge experience for us to actually test out the concept and test out how the young people interact with it and how they learn the stories. And also one thing that we saw was really interesting, and that was that earlier projects we have been working on, the mentors that are kind of the leaders for the young people, they had to like push the young people and help them to remember to read and so on. But this time the young people were actually kind of dragging the older people with them and asking them when are we going to play next time? When are we meeting and gathering to play Gate Zero? So it was a huge experience for us, and also a confirmation that led us to do further development.
Wow, that's such a beautiful story. And yes, the impact of Gate Zero already on young people is profound. We're hearing so much chatter, and I know that you're just in the beta stage. You're hoping for the full release at the end of 2024. Now, what is your greatest hope for the young people who are going to play Gate Zero?
I mean, we want them to understand the context of the Bible, basically. We want them to, one thing is to read the Bible and to kind of many verses are just a few words, but behind them, and also if you understand the context they were written in and understand why Jesus used the examples he did, we believe that it can have a huge impact of them. And if they can feel the emotions and also be immersed into the Bible stories, we believe that it will have a huge impact and also make them much more quicker and much better understand the significance of Jesus' message. And one of the feedbacks we received from the beta was that from a young girl, around 16 years old, she said that it made me realize just how real Jesus and all of the people in the Bible are. They're way more than just characters, and the game helped me realize that. So that's just one of many examples of feedbacks we received, and it proves that actually being inside of a video game and seeing the huge world, the living and breathing world of ancient Jerusalem, Capernaum, and all the familiar places from the Bible is helping them to understand way better the significance of everything.
Well, Arve, I know that your video game has incredible high-tech components and aspects, socialization aspects where we're having a social time with one another, as well as the graphics. And so for our viewers who want to trace along with your development, possibly get the video games for their youth group, where can they go?
You can find everything on gatezero.game. We also have a demo out on Steam that you can download for free. And when you're talking about the social aspect, we're also developing a mobile app that you can use together with the game, so that if you're gathered in a group, that was one thing we did during the beta with the 5,000 youth. We divided everyone into groups of 4 to 7 people, so that they gathered together and they had a social time together with fellowship and good food and a good time together. And then one player played on the PC and everyone else connected to the PC game with their phone. So they were interacting along with the video game and helping out in different situations, finding Bible verses, contributing with wisdom points and so on. So yeah.
Well, Arve, I really think Gate Zero is going to change the lives of the next generation, including my 2 sons. And I'm excited to play the game with them and track along with all your developments for Gate Zero. Arve, thank you so much for all you're doing to reach the next generation for Jesus and share the life-changing truth of the Bible with them. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.